Hello everyone! Today, we're going to explore the difference between stative and dynamic verbs. Let's begin with the core principle. We can categorize verbs based on what they express, actions or states. Dynamic verbs are the verbs of action. They describe processes, activities, and events that have a duration, a beginning, and an end. Think of verbs like to run, to write, to eat, to discuss, or to build. Because these are actions, we can naturally observe them in progress. This means they are perfectly comfortable in both simple and continuous tenses. Their fundamental meaning does not change. The tense simply changes our perspective on the action, whether we see it as a complete whole, repeated action, or as an ongoing process. Present simple. I build model airplanes. This is a hobby, a general fact. Present continuous. I can't talk now. I'm building a very delicate wing. This is the action in progress at this moment. Present perfect. I have built 5 models this year. The focus is on the completed result and the number. Present perfect continuous. I have been building this one for 3 weeks. The focus is on the duration of the ongoing activity itself. Now let's contrast this with stative verbs. They describe a state, a condition, a feeling, a thought, a possession, or a sense perception. Things that simply are true rather than things we are doing. These states are generally stable and not processes we can observe in progress. Therefore, as a fundamental rule, true stative verbs are not used in any continuous tenses. They are almost exclusively used in the simple forms. We can group these verbs into categories. Verbs of thought and opinion: know, believe, understand, realize, remember, forget, mean, agree. I know the answer. Present simple. I have known her since we were children. Present perfect, a state that started in the past and continues now. We would never say, I am knowing the answer. Verbs of feeling and emotion: like, love, hate, prefer, adore, dislike, want, wish, need. She prefers tea to coffee. Present simple. We would never say, I am preferring tea. I have always loved classical music. Present perfect, a state held throughout my life until now. Verbs of possession: have, own, possess, belong. That book belongs to me. Present simple. He has owned that car for a decade. Present perfect, a state of ownership lasting 10 years. Verbs of senses: see, hear, smell, taste, feel. For example, I see a lighthouse in the distance. Present simple perception. Or this milk has smelled sour since you bought it. Present perfect, a state of having a certain smell. However, some verbs, including some we've already mentioned, can be both a stative and dynamic. But their meaning changes significantly depending on which form you use. It's as if they are 2 different words sharing the same spelling. Here are some of the most common ones. Think stative simple tense: to have an opinion. I think it's a great idea. This is my belief. Dynamic continuous tense: to use your brain to consider. Be quiet please, I'm thinking. This is the active process of thought. Have stative simple tense: to possess or own. I have a new laptop. I own it. Dynamic continuous tense: to take, to experience, to participate in. We're having lunch. The action of eating. They're having a party. The action of hosting, experiencing a party. See stative simple tense: to perceive with your eyes, to understand. I see what you mean. I understand. Dynamic continuous tense: to meet with someone, to be in a relationship. The doctor is seeing a patient now, meeting professionally. They have been seeing each other for months, dating. Taste and smell: stative simple tense: to have a certain flavor or scent. This soup tastes amazing. Its flavor is amazing. Dynamic continuous tense: to actively try to perceive a flavor or scent. The chef is tasting the sauce to check the amount of salt. The action of sampling. So, to wrap up, your mental checklist should be: Number 1. Is the verb describing an action? If yes, feel free to use simple or continuous tenses. It's a dynamic verb. 2. Is the verb describing a state, a feeling, a thought, a possession? If yes, it is likely stative and should be used in a simple tense. And finally, always be alert for those special verbs that can do both. The key is to stop and ask yourself, what is the meaning here? Is it an action in progress, or is it a state of being? Practice will make it second nature. So go do some exercises. Read, listen, and most importantly, speak. I will see you in the next video. Bye!